Hey, my friends! Oh man, I've missed talking to you guys. I've been out on an epic adventure. We went on that backpacking trip into North Carolina, and it was stunning. I had never been in North Carolina before, and we went. There's a lot of national forests and wilderness there, all around Asheville, and we drove along the Blue Ridge Parkway or Highway. Whoa! Like jaw-dropping awesomeness. We were stopping at every lookout, and oh man, it was incredible. We had perfect weather, except it was really cold, like crazy cold. It was a lot colder than we anticipated, but it's nothing like a little cold to have an adventure, right? You shiver in your sleeping bag for a few hours. Oh man, but it was awesome. There's 13 of us, just had this epic adventure, great conversations and discussions, did some readings, and just talked about life and how to do life really well and do it better, and how to just have an adventure together in the wilderness. So if you guys haven't been out there, get out there. And if you've not done a backpacking trip or an adventure, you need to get on an adventure. Come with us. We're doing the couples trip to Thailand in February, which I'm so stoked about over Valentine's. And I realized that a year from now we will be doing a safari in Africa and then climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Or climbing Kilimanjaro and then doing a safari. But, big adventures coming, man. And in between that, most likely be doing China, martial arts in China, and U.S. history tour, another adventure, and Guatemala trip, and Mongolia again. Oh, man, I love it. Love adventures. So get out. And actually, that's what we're going to talk about today, because while we're on the backpacking trip, there's these little things you can do daily. Bigger things you can do weekly, even bigger things you can do monthly or quarterly, and then huge things you can do yearly to bring back some life to your life. You get what I'm saying? Like, we've got to have more life in our life. It's easy to slump into just kind of existing mode where we're doing the good things, right? We're checking off the boxes, and we're doing good things, and it's fulfilling, and it's meaningful, it's special. But we start to lose the spark and the excitement to life. And you start to feel, it's interesting, you start to kind of die inside. You feel a little bit like you're atrophying from not really living. You get what I'm saying? So if you're not waking up excited about your life, if it's been too long, too many days, too many weeks, too many months, and for some of you, too many years, since you've done something really that just lights you up, maybe it intimidates you or scares you, like, going skydiving or something, or bungee jumping, or public speaking, or like whatever it is, going to a foreign country. Like if you're feeling kind of a lull in life, if you're feeling like it lacks, a little spring in your step and a little bit of butterflies in your gut. I think we should have butterflies on a regular basis. Don't you guys? Don't you feel like we should be doing something, gosh, at least weekly, at a bare minimum monthly, something that gives you butterflies, like, whoa, what am I doing? Can I pull this off? Like, this is crazy, right? We should be doing things that just make us feel alive. So I'm going to throw out just a whole bunch of suggestions just to spice things up. And we can do it in little ways. So even on this backpacking trip, right, we moved to a different camp. We pushed hard, man, burned out our legs, got a great workout in. It was awesome. Had to go into dad mode, a.k.a. beast mode. As soon as we hit the trail, my 12-year-old rolled her ankle. And I had the heaviest pack by far because I was carrying so much gear for the whole group, right? And first aid stuff and all the survival gear. And so then she rolls her ankle, and I'm like, whatever, I'll take her pack too. So I had the heaviest pack, and I had her pack. And so I got a killer workout in. And then we were scouting out campsites, and we just couldn't find anything. So I was like, I'll run ahead. And then I ended up putting a couple mile run in at the end of a long, tough day, man. I was done in that first day. It was awesome. But then the next day we moved camp and we had some adventures, went on this cool run. The guys jumped in this ice cold water. And then we decided to play this epic game of capture the flag. And we used flags, and it kind of, with some of the bigger boys, especially my boys, it ended up being full contact, like just all out brawl in the woods. I got this big scab across my face because I hit a big branch. Oh man, we played for a couple hours, just running full speed, like our lives depended on it, and it was so fun. The whole group was just having the time of our lives and creating those special memories, and oh, it was great. It was so good. And you guys, we can do little things like that. And then even on the way out, right, we had perfect weather, and it started to rain as we were leaving. And we just sprinted up to the top of, it's called the Devil's Courthouse Rock. So cool. And the view up there was stunning. It was raining. We just ran that thing as fast as we could up there in the rain. Just little things like that just make you feel alive. It gives a spark. So here's some suggestions. Because you don't want to go through life just feeling dull or blah. In fact, for me personally, I don't want to have any section of my life that I look back on and that there's nothing memorable. You know what I'm talking about? Where every day just becomes the same and they all blend in together as this big unmemorable blob. Nothing stands out, nothing fun, nothing exciting. Now, I fully realize, my friends, that there are times when you got to put your head down and you got to put in the work. I get it. Like, there's times to build businesses and raise families and, you know, pay the bills and put in the hard work to sometimes just to survive, sometimes to thrive. Sometimes to put in the work and you're just serving and you know, it feels like a grind. I get it. I totally get it. What I'm suggesting to you and to me is that even in the grind, there's things we can do to bring back a little bit of excitement. Again, I'm going to repeat this. There's little things we can do daily, bigger things we can do weekly, even bigger things we can do monthly or quarterly, and huge things we can do annually to keep ourselves alive. So I wish we were all together where we could, you know, share this and share ideas, because you're going to have a bunch of great ideas too. And I hope you'll write them down. And even more important than writing them down, I hope you'll put them on your calendar. Will you do that, please? Will you do that for you? Will you do that for your family? Put them on your calendar. Schedule some ways to feel alive, to bring back some excitement and wonder and awe and fun and anticipation and coolness to your life. So it could be like little things. So tonight my girls are inside making sushi. We've never made sushi before. They're making sushi. We're going to try it out, right? We're just doing these different meals. We bought this app that sends us different really delicious recipes. And so literally every day, every lunch and dinner, we are having new meals we've never had before. And it's just a simple thing, but it's so fun. I look forward to meals because I'm like, this is something we've never had before. And they've all been like rocking awesome so far. Just healthy, good meals. So try different foods. Buy yourself a pair of rollerblades, man. Get back on the skates. Buy a skateboard. Get on, and you guys can get on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or whatever. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but you can do inexpensive things. You know, get yourself a bike. Get back on that bike. Have adventures. So for me personally, I have to have challenging adventures all the time, and I need some like competitiveness. There's just something that just lights me up. So I've got to be doing something kind of crazy and adventurous. I need something big and adventurous every quarter at a minimum. And I've got to change it up for me. And I love this. I love this about myself, and I want to keep it as a part of my life. I'm not playing the victim here, like, oh, poor me, I have to have these things. Like, I choose to feel alive, and so I'll get out and do adventures, and I'll buy new gear, I'll buy new exercise equipment, I'll buy new books, new music. We go to concerts. Go to a concert. You can find free ones or go to the best ones. Like, whatever. Like, don't let money be an issue, and don't let the excuses come up. I just recorded a video today that I shared on Instagram TV and on YouTube about how it's so interesting. We blame our circumstances. And so maybe in your mind already you've said things, well, I just don't have the money for that. And I love teaching this principle because I use it myself, and I love teaching it is like, instead of saying, well, I can't do that, you blame the circumstance, right? Just ask yourself, just a simple question, just ask yourself, well, how could I? That's it. How could I? And let your mind go to work and come up with options. Because you might be saying, well, no, I couldn't do that. No, I couldn't go rollerblading, or I couldn't go on a hike, couldn't plan a trip, plan an inexpensive trip somewhere. You might, well, I don't have the money. Well, how could you? How could you afford that? Well, no, my spouse would never go for that. I can't leave my kids. Well, how could you? Is there any way? Like, come up with solutions. Be creative. Come up with ideas. Let your mind get working for you and come up with ideas. And so don't blow these off. Like, how could you do these things? And a lot of us, we just kind of acquiesce our lives to a humdrum existence where we're just going through the motions. And again, we feel like, well, like one of my clients one time told me, he felt like he was in a walking coma for 10 years. We don't, none of us wants to live that way. In fact, imagine this with me, my friends, that you guys, the wind's blowing and I'm laying in my hammock out here on the lake. So I'm trying to cover up in the hammock to have good audio. But imagine, like, you wake up in the morning and you're not dreading it. Like, you're actually excited to come back into consciousness. And you're a little giddy, right? You look over and see your spouse. You're like, yeah, right? And you got a little bounce, and you get dressed, and you go downstairs. You got a bite to eat, and you're just you're bouncing through the house. You put on a little fun music. You do your reading and your morning routine with a little extra vigor, a little extra excitement. The kids get up and you're hugging them, or engaging with your family, and like give them a hug, excitement, some fist bumps, high fives, dancing around. You're kind of dancing and skipping through the day, and you kind of got a little bit of hustle in what you're doing, and even the mundane things of the dishes and the laundry and the going to work and the chores, you kind of do with a little bounce, a little spring, a little skip, a little hustle, right? Because you just feel alive, because you got something to look forward to, and you just did something cool. And you can have that most days. I realize it's not going to be every day. But most days, you can have excitement in your life. I do. And I'm not special. I'm not lucky. I'm strategic. And I make it a priority. And I find ways to make it happen. And I'll even make sacrifices so that it can be a part of my life. Like, things that matter to me, I make a part of my life. And feeling alive matters to me. Really living matters to me. If I can get to the end of a day, the end of a week, the end of a month, the end of a year, and say, did I live? Did I live? What did I do? I feel alive and excited. That's good. And if I get to an end of the day or week and I'm like, hey, do I feel alive? And I'm like, no, I don't. Ooh, that gets me. You can ask my wife. My kids are like, oh no, this is unacceptable for Greg Denning. Like, not okay. And so I'll do whatever I have to do. And so it can be anything, you guys. What excites you? A sporting event, going to see a show, even watching an epic movie that just stirs your soul, or like whatever it is. Just do something fun. Do something playful. Dance around with your spouse, man. Do some crazy romantic date. Like, I've got some ideas that I won't share because I know my audience is bigger than just married couples. But like, do something spicy, do something crazy, do something fun. Go somewhere you've never been and be romantic and lovey somewhere interesting. Like just come on, guys, have fun. Will you do it? Will you do it for me? Shoot me a message and like, What are you going to do? What are you going to work on? You going to buy a new toy? You going to buy a new, like maybe you need to buy a motorcycle or something, or a convertible, or a new off-road vehicle, or maybe you're going to pick up a new sport, get into martial arts or some kind of training. Maybe you're going to start a new instrument. Like, get into something that just is playful, fun, exciting, invigorating. Like, and do this for me, not for me, for you. Do it for you. Do it for your family. Do it for your kids. Do it for your grandkids, my friends. So that you feel alive and other people look at you and go, man, they are alive. They just they've got light and spark. There's just something, they look how, like, you want people to look at you. And again, I guess I'm not saying this so our motive should never be that the opinions of other people. So don't misunderstand me here. Our motive should never be the opinions of other people. Our motive should be for us. But the people will notice, because you're living authentically you. People will notice, and they'll look and just like, look how much he's enjoying life. Like, look how much she is just living. Like, look at her. She just looks happy and excited. Like, she is seriously enjoying herself, and he is enjoying himself. Whatever he's doing in life, he's enjoying it. He's having a blast. And it's going to inspire other people to come to life. So that's it, my friends. That's my message to you. I don't know what it'll be for you. It's different for everybody, what lights you up. But some good, wholesome thing. And make sure it is a good thing, right? Because if you pick the wrong thing, you pick something that can become a vice. You might find something that's entertaining, or like, yeah, let's watch TV every night because we love watching TV, But what happens to you and your family if you're watching TV every night? Like, and I know this, I know this for, like, in all the coaching I do, like, I see the outcomes. Like, if you pick something like that becomes a vice, or it seems fun, seems entertaining, but it's really not fulfilling and it's not really that exciting, it actually starts to drain you and it starts to kill you. It's crazy. You watch people they're the walking dead, man. So pick something that's good and wholesome and active, and it's good for your body and your soul and your family. And don't pick something that becomes a big hindrance to your family, or causes you to neglect your family or neglect bigger things. So I'm not saying that. It needs to be something that fits with your family vision and purpose. Ideally, something you do with your family. But my friends, let's enjoy life. It's not just this endurance race. It's not just something to be, speaking of endurance races, that'd be something great to do. Sign up for one of those endurance races they do where you're in the mud and the hole. Sign up for a competition. Sign up for a running race, or a bicycle race, or an adventure race. Go camping, go backpacking, go do something fun and crazy. But get something in your life. Life is not just to be endured. It is to be enjoyed and fun and exciting. And the difference is, my friends, it is not your circumstances. Don't you dare believe that, because I have overcome them. If I can, anyone can. It's a matter of choice. It's a matter of strategy. Be strategic about it. Make it happen. Make your life more enjoyable and fun and exciting, because awesome is always an option. Reach upward. Hey everybody, thanks so much for listening to this episode. I hope you got a lot of value out of it and found some things that you can apply to your life right away. Hey, I'm being totally sincere when I say I live to help you live your extraordinary life. So I hope you'll reach out to me if you have any questions, or let me know how I can help you in any important area of your life. And in fact, this podcast is brought to you by the School of Awesome Sauce monthly coaching program. Take advantage of that. Get in there. It's the best way to get a breakthrough to the next level, so you can level up your health, your spirituality, your emotions, your mind, your relationships, your finances, business, every part of your life. Just get in there where you have a coach and a mentor. You have a supportive community to make things happen. So jump in there, take advantage of this, try it out. Get in there with us and level up your life. See you on the inside. Reach upward.